All right, traders, this is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Morning Edge webinar. I hope everybody is doing okay. You know what? It might be just us today. Hold on really quick. Sorry guys, just I was gonna say it might be just us today because Steve, he's having an issue with his internet. He's on a fiber connection too, and it's not, at least he was struggling with it. Stelios has a very bad case of hay fever right now, which I get. I hate it. There's nothing worse than when allergies hit me, and so I get it. So let's talk a little bit about where we're at today with the markets. And I know you guys probably already remember from what I was talking about, earlier on the F.A.C.E webinar. I think that first of all, I think assets are continuing higher. You can see, the stock market continues higher. The S&P may have pulled back just a little bit there, but we're overall holding up. And one of the things that I've been talking with a lot of other traders too is just with some of the guys that I've been talking to, is the continued rotation from one index to another. It's not, when you start to see an all-out move in, especially let's just talk lower in whether it's the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, you see them all moving in one direction. At that point, that's when you have to start paying attention. But right now, I just think that we're in that, melt up mode, and you have to be really careful. So, I mean, with the S&P, we're just going to write down these levels for now. But right now, I mean, 4171, 4170 S&P. I know we wrote this down Friday, and then 4110. Should we get lucky? Bullish. And, the S&P next resistance, I'm going to just mark up the top of this, the megaphone pattern, and that's going to come in at 4250. That's it. Okay, and let's go over to the euro. Hey, by the way, guys, if just in case Steve isn't here today, if there is anything that you want me to look at in particular that I don't normally cover, please ask away. All right, and I'll look at whatever you need me to look at. Just because Steve's usually here to cover, anything specifically. So, all right, let's take the euro. Now, I'm not really too sure what to do with the euro as far as trading it like longer term. I'm not too sure. The euro failure above this trend line, got me a little nervous when we came back through the 121 level. I took a long late last week, and I was thinking, okay, we're gonna bounce off of this support. That didn't work. It stopped me out. And then now that we're trading a little heavier, I want to play it like this. Okay, first of all, support's at 119, or I'm sorry, 119.90, where we've been marking in that up. I believe that's going to be really key support. So let me just go ahead and write that down. While we're above 119.90, I do think that is a tradable area. So what I mean by that is, if we get down here, you can get long. What I am looking for today is to potentially just from an intraday trade. I'd love to short the euro dollar at 120.80. This trend line here and the 50% retracement, you can see this resistance area right here. I'm I'm going to play into that if we get there today. So just letting you guys know. And I'm going to, just to be perfectly frank with you guys, I don't care if we drop down. I don't care if we drop down to here or we rally up to here. I'm playing at one of those two levels today. Does that make sense? Are you guys with me? Do you guys hear what I'm saying? Okay. Irina says, yes, she does. Okay. Alexander does. Okay, cool. Becky. Yep. Okay. So that's how I want to play it. And right now it's anybody's guess where we're from, right where we're at right now. I think we're going higher because assets are, S&P is stronger, but I'm assuming, we're just going to kind of grind back up towards this resistance. You can try to play it up there like that. I'd rather just play into, buy dips and then sell into rallies. All right, let's take a look at the sterling. So support, triangle support. That's key. Let's get rid of this. Let's remove that. And let's do this. So look at how nicely this lines up. You guys looking at the sterling? $618 retracement, resistance, support hourly, right? Double bottom. That should take us right to 139.30. That's intraday resistance. By the way, I'm going to keep the euro in range. The reason why I'm going to keep that in range, by the way, just to let you guys know, is that little false breakout there that made me a little nervous, right? Doesn't mean that you can't, it won't go higher. I actually do think that the euro is going to actually trade back up towards the upper end of this range over here. But just because I feel that way doesn't mean it's going to happen. And also I have to respect the fact that we had a little false breakout here. So I think it's tradable in either direction. And that's same with the cable. You can trade it long or short. That's the benefit of being in a range. Now the support is going to be 138. That's it. And actually, I think that's pretty important support since it's triangle support. Okay. Aussie, very respectful of that resistance. So, right, you see this? Underside of that trend line might get some play, which comes in at 77.70, support at 77 cents. So, if you got, I know, like Amanda, for example, she's in the chat room. I don't know if she's listening in right now. She may or may not be. She usually is, but I don't see her right at this moment. One of the things that like Amanda, I know is playing this head and shoulder pattern, and I've been short up here at the shoulder a couple of times. I'm just kind of like sick of it just holding. What I'd rather see is this triple top play through this support, and we can just play it short down here. I'm just not confident we're doing that just yet. And so what I think we could do is see a rally back up towards this trend line and then reversal, right? So I'll just call it 77.75. $72 is a 618. So I'm just going to write down 70. All right. 77.70 is resistance. 77 cents is support, or 76.90. Actually, I'll write that down. 76.90. So if that breaks, then it's a triple top, reversal should take us to the bottom here of the, of this neckline. Great. Right now, we're just kind of bopping around a little bit. Kiwi. Kiwi is respecting this channel support. As you guys know, if you're just reading the ForexAnalytix basic analysis, 7150 is support. We break above this. We should today make a move for 7220 is that previous support right there. I think that's doable. So support 7150, and that's key because that's channel. 7150 key channel support. Resistance 7220. I'm just going to mark that 50% retracement, but beyond that, no, we'll just write down 7290. I don't think we're going there today, but you never know. Okay. Grabbing some of my coffee. Stand by. Okay. Okay. So dollar Canadian, super heavy. Holy cow. I mean, I'm kind of flabbergasted how heavy it is. But at the same time, now that we're down here, while we're below 123.65, we have to remain bearish now. And we can't even get off the mat here. Support. Trend line, trend line, trend line, trend line. We're going to write down 122, but keep in mind that the 618 is below that. Well, you know what? Screw that. I'm not doing that. I'm actually going to write down this first because this is offering support right now. I mean, it is. Now, if we break below this, then we go to 122. So this is 122.60. That's support now. There's 122. 122.60. Okay. Dollar Swiss. So let's go over to the daily chart really quick and let's put up the 250-day moving average. You can see the 200-day moving average is holding as support. Okay. So that means that this low here is really key. Here. Let's get rid of that for now. Okay. So 90.80 resistance is still at 92 cents. $90.80. Okay. US dollar, Norwegian krona. I mean, obviously resistance is going to be right here, or matter of fact, it'll be right there. 839, because that's trend line resistance and previous support from over here. I know we do have resistance at these other blue lines here, but I'm more concerned right now at 839. So I'm going to write that down. Stephanie says some Canadian data in 2 minutes. Oh, did we just miss it? Did I just miss it? I did. Did that move the market at all? Nope. It sure didn't. Thanks, Steph, by the way. Unless it's like, you know, hold on. I mean, Canadian manufacturing PMI is very, it missed a little bit, but okay. We have ISM and which we should be paying attention to because this will be manufacturing. I know the services is more important, but we'll stop to pay attention to that. Okay. All right. Sorry. Back to this. US dollar, Norwegian krona, and then support today with the NOK. And it's holding up pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and mark this back up again. You know, these lows, which comes in at 824. You can see the spike high. That's why I think this will be respected on the way back down. And we got to keep it bearish for now. Dollar peso. So we completed the AB equals CD, right? This 2031 exceeded that 2026, you know, this level 2020, well, I guess it was 2027, like right where we're at. All right, so let's figure this out. Okay, you see this fib? That's a 24% retracement we're kind of holding on to. I have to imagine that we've come, since we, hold on really quick, let me get rid of this. Since we've moved out of the wedge, I have to imagine that dips are going to be bought back down here. So this previous support at 20, and because it's 20, it should be offer some pretty good support on the way back down. Just in case we get down there. I don't think we're going down there today, but you never know. Spike highs over here, coming at 2038. Today we've been as high as 2034. I'm sorry, 2031. So I'm going to write down 2038 as resistance near term. I'm going to keep us in range because I don't want you to get like super bullish right now, especially when like today is a great example. NASDAQ's going down. Oh, thank you very much, DDA. You got NASDAQ going down and you got the Dow going higher. I mean, that's a great example of don't get bearish the market. It's just rotation, 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 right? Didier, we're going to look at gold here just in a moment anyway. So thank you. Dollar yen. Okay, so dollar yen, 618 held. That's important. That is really, really important that held. 109.63. So I'm going to write down 109.65. That's important resistance. Support dips back down to 108.60 should be supported. Okay, you guys already know what the dollar index looks like, right? Key resistance 91.35. That's our nice strong pivot area. Support intraday. I'm thinking intraday here. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's look at this. So dips back down here in the dollar. Let's imagine that channel holds, because I think it will. That would take us all the way back down to 90.60. So if you really want to be long the dollar, maybe 90.60 is where to do it, if we can get there. NASDAQ's coming down. S&P is coming down a little bit. Nothing to write home about. I'm just saying, because it's actually supporting the dollar. Mexican peso is holding up pretty well. Okay. Gold, silver, Bitcoin. $17.90. Ooh, yeah. Let's get rid of this. So, I mean, 1760, you guys know that. Resistance right now is just basically 1800. I'll write 1804 because that completes this pennant. It's 1805, but, and remember, we can complete, let me talk about that for a second. 1760. Okay, for those of you trading gold, so think about this for a second. All right. Sorry, my eyes are watering. Okay. Think about this for a moment with gold. So you've got gold. We rally to new highs, right? Stop out anybody that's short. We finally complete the pennant. We break above 1800. Relative strength ends up being divergent. And then we fail above 1800. So think about that for a moment. I think that's really quite possible. You know, if you're long gold, just be really careful if you make it back above 1800. Silver. Silver's trying too. Remember, 26. I know I've been writing it down forever. 2680 or whatever. I mean, it all starts here. 2670 to 2680. So I'll write down 2680. We'll see if we can reject it again or around these levels again. Support 2560. All right, guys, I'm going to look at Bitcoin. Oh my gosh, Dodgy Coin is at 40 cents. Wow. Bitcoin. 60,000 is going to be resistance. Beyond that is the 786 retracement at 61.72. I'm gonna write down the 78% retracement, basically 61,200 is being resistance, 61,200, and support. I mean, obviously support's 56K on the way back down, but if we do break this wedge support, just think about that. Okay. All right. I'm not putting in bullish, but all the other cryptos are holding up pretty well. All right, guys. I mean, look at the Dow. The Dow is going to literally single-handedly rip up the rest of the market. Okay, it is. So let me get over to the Dow really quick. Is there anything that you guys want to see? I'm really not super excited about the market right now, other than it's just going higher. Alex says, ask, can you please take a look at nat gas? Yep, I sure can. Pierre wants to see CAD yen. You got it. Nat gas. Let me clean this up. I just want to delete everything and take a fresh look at it because I haven't in a while. I'll tell you exactly what I feel about nat gas right now. This is exactly how I feel about it. Ready, Alex? Something like that. Possibly like that. But somewhere like we should hit eventually 320. So if I was long, which I'm not, but I'm just saying, if I was long, I would look at it like that, and I would just focus intraday. Look for a breakout like that. So that's what I would think. Okay. Okay. CAD yen. CAD yen. 127% extension. I think you just have to buy dips now. I think you have to buy dips to 88.30 and look for an eventual move to 90 cents. I think that's what you have to do with the Canadian yen. Irina, AHT. Okay. I guess, I know you may be looking at this thinking, well, are we heading back over here? Maybe, but look at all these false starts we've had. So just keep that in mind. We're at a 38% retracement. So what's really big resistance, I think, for AHT is going to be right
here. Blake.
Yo. What up, dude?
Yeah. Annoyed.
Oh, your internet's like completely just.
Yeah, I was just running a diagnostic tool, to find if it's internal, because don't forget, I also have a network, in the house.
Yeah.
So it seems it might actually be internal. So now I restarted like my switching hubs and everything else, and I'm now running the tool, and I can make a spin and see if it got fixed, hopefully.
Wow. Well,
but if if you lose me for a few seconds or whatever, you know what it is.
Okay, well, no, you're fine. Just go ahead and take off. We're good. I told him you were struggling a little bit with internet issues, so just take off. Well, I'm just wrapping up. I'm going to answer a couple questions here. I've already answered a few, and then I'll be
okay, mate. I'll keep running diagnostics, and hopefully it's fixed.
Sounds good, buddy. All right, take care. Hugo just asked about the pound Canadian, and sorry, guys. Looks like the dip below 70 cents actually found some buyers, but I'd be really careful here because if you get back below the lows, That is not good. And considering that the US dollar Canadian is not holding up well, you know, that's probably a big concern if you're long on any of these crosses. So what I would say is if we get back below 169.50, you do not want to be long. Matter of fact, we get below 159.60, I might actually look for a short. Irina got it. Jason said, Blake, in the week ahead video, you stated that the weekly email would have the link to the Pepperstone interview. Maybe I misheard you, but I don't see the link.
Jason is quite a nice name, actually.
Huh?
Jason is quite a nice name, actually.
Yeah. Hey, what happened? What happened to the video?
Which video, mate?
The Pepperstone video, the one that I filmed with Chris Weston.
What do you mean?
It was supposed to be put in this weekend's newsletter.
Oh, okay. We talk about it afterwards.
All right. Well,
we can send it to the separate email.
We're going to send it with a separate email, Jason.
Yeah,
it'll go out tonight. It'll go out tonight. Okay. All right. He said, thank you. Yeah, it was supposed to be in this weekend's. Okay.
Yeah, right. Sorry, Easter, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Completely phased it out.
Didier asked for ETH, Ethereum. Let's take
you actually used his name properly.
Yeah, I know. Didier. Didier. I'm learning. All right, so we had the breakout of Ethereum, and it continues. Looks like the next stop will be 33,070, so near 3,400. And I think you just got to keep buying dips while we're above 2,700. So now obviously we're getting a little stretched, so you want to be buying dips like that. That's the way I would look at it. All right. Okay. So with that being said, guys, I want to thank you. You guys have a great one. Steve, good luck with your internet.
I'm optimistic. It's now been running for 3 minutes after I restarted the switching hub, and I have no packet losses, so that might have been it. We'll see.
Awesome. All right. Well, hopefully that'll be it. All right, guys, I'm going to upload this chart, and I'll see you guys in the chat room, or I'll see you during the daily roundup. So thanks, everybody. Have a great one. And appreciate you all tuning in today. And we'll get that Pepperstone video out for you. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye, mate.
Bye-bye.